Let's arm wrestle. Ready? I lost. I'm gonna do the video like this. I don't know. Let's try it this way. Looking in the reflection of my truck, the Hardcore Monster truck. What's going on, everybody? It's me. It's Johnny Hardcore. This is what is the state of the path of Monsta Kore, or Casa del Hardcore. There's a lot of stuff everywhere. A lot of awesomeness, not crap. Awesomeness. Even this battered up Afterburner deluxe cockpit that's destroyed, that was left out in the rain and just can't do nothing with it. It could be a possible resto project, but as of right now, it's dying. It's like falling out of the sky, like in Top Gun 1 when Maverick and Goose do that. What do they get? They go into the jet wash and then he starts flopping around and like a dead duck flying down, and Goose dies. It breaks everybody's heart in the movie. The movie never gets happier. It's just always bittersweet. We know that word bittersweet because our Halloween was sucked, honestly. Gotta say it, call it how it is, man. Bittersweet doesn't even cover it. But anyway, you can see that we're not giving up. We got a lot of awesomeness here, and this awesomeness needs to go in storage, and that's where it's going today. John had a half a day of school. I had to work overtime last night. Barely got any sleep. Had to do my usual daddy routine and doing the best that I can. But anyway, the second I wake up, John then's doing what he's doing. Vanessa's here, SH Rockinga, and they're bagging up and boxing up. And then all of a sudden, John then goes outside. He goes, Dad, it's gonna rain. All of a sudden, boom, just like that, it starts raining. I'm like, you just can't write this. It's ridiculous. All right, I'm not wasting much time talking and stuff like that. I just wanted to show you where we're at, the progress. We are almost in 909% holiday haunting mode. I found this beautiful awesomeness treasure last night when I was working. One of our customers, if you call it that, just had enough of Halloween. And I'm like, how could you throw something like this out? This is just so, look at this. Look how cool this is. If I can get out of this potbelly stove. Look at this thing. This could just be hung anywhere. And then, look at that. She's like a rocker. She's like the head of a rock chick. It's like, yeah, with her eyeball that's like all molted. I don't know what happened to her eyeball. There's some other stuff here. I don't know what this is. Oh, look at this guy. How could you throw this guy out? This guy could just hang from anywhere. He could hang hardcore. Look at that. Look at him. Look how cool that guy is. Just hang him in the wind. There's like a witch in here too. She goes, it works. Look at that. It's like an animatronic from the 1940s or 30s. I found a screw bit. I mean, a bit. Bits and bones. Bits and kibbles and bits. All right, Immortal Werewolf is still standing strong. Grandpa Werewolf is taking a sun. He's like folding his arms. He's like relaxing. Skelly's still Skelly. Ozzy, the rocker, is still standing. The barricades of the NYPD is still here. They could stay here till next year for all I care. Rocker, look how strong he is with his bat medallion. Look at this guy. He just shines awesomeness, right? His glasses that Vanessa got. Look at that. Awesome. There's my neighbor. I said to him, you don't want to use my landscaper? He'll do it for a really good price. No, I'll do it myself. Okay, it's all good. I hear you. I don't have a place to store my lawnmower. My other neighbor gave me a lawnmower when we first moved here. I'm like, I have 2 babies. There's no chance I'm doing my lawn anymore. You kidding me? The second I go outside, the second I have to change a diaper or clean up or whatever I have to do. So the lawn mowing days of Daddy Hardcore were over and done pretty much as soon as the kids were born. But anywho, I'm off to storage. I'll see you when I get there. Boom! Wait, did you see my awesome spirit glasses? I love getting spirit glasses from Spirit Halloween. You know who has the best sunglasses? Spirit Halloween and Walmart. They always have like the coolest. Did I just like spit out some chicken? Sorry. Did I spit it on the camera? Okay. Anyway, Spirit Halloween and Walmart, they have the best glasses, I have to say. And they're the cheapest ones too. You know, it's just like sunglasses just don't last too long. You know, they get either broken or scratched. So, you know, give me a good summer with the sunglasses. And now it's the winter, so give me a good, like, I don't know, however many months it's gonna be. And look at another pair next year. Maybe a nice pink one or baby blue like the colors of Monsta Kore. Okay, off to storage. Here we go. Let me show you the inside of the Hardcore Marcher truck because it's reality. So Nozzle's hanging out with me in the front, who we did not get to set up this year, who was one of the coolest ones. The back of the Hardcore Marcher truck and my, what do they call this, a crew cab? Got a bunch of awesomeness, all safe and sound in the rain. You can put the mirror down, the window. The widow, who we also did not get to set up this year, who was really big and tall, and she fits into this little box. Don't ask me how that happened, but it happened. Got a young Crouchy back there. I think it's a man's possessed friend. Is it? Yeah. But that doesn't work. So maybe one day this year we'll whatchamacallit it? We'll look into it. And then you got the back of the Hardcore Marcher truck, bombed stuff. Definitely gonna have to be doing a bunch of runs to storage. I don't know how many it's gonna be, but so far it's been what, 2? I can't remember. Is it 2 or just 1? I think it's been 2. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at my videos because I really don't remember. But all right, here we go. Off to storage. Pause. All right, everybody. So just want to share a couple thoughts with you while I'm driving. Not too much, not to bore you, but we are in the process of unhaunting Hardcore right now, our Halloween haunt, and honestly, it's not a bad feeling to do this. It's honestly closure on Halloween, and it hasn't been the greatest Halloween, honestly. Like up till like the day before was honestly very exciting and fun, and then the night of, right, the night of, right before Halloween on October 30th, it was like a rainstorm, and that also was not cool, you know. And then the morning of Halloween, which was pretty much our demise, was terrible. Honestly, it was absolutely terrible. It was probably the worst day for us ever when we were doing our haunts. And we didn't set up our haunt of animatronics and stuff like that until I would say the year of 2020. I think 21 or 20. And then before that, I know on Halloween, I think a day or two before Halloween, we had Hurricane Sandy, you know, which pretty much took out Halloween that year completely, which was something that, you know, I'm sure a lot of you remember, and, you know, it did what it did. So anyway, but listen, the only thing I can tell anybody out there is life is always going to throw you curveballs, and you gotta just either foul it off, if you know anything about baseball, or you gotta like move up in the box. If you know what that means, you have to move up in the box and smash it before it hooks, or you just take it, you know, and hopefully it goes in the dirt, and you know, it's a ball, not a strike. Anyway, on my way, because Jonathan right now is with Vanessa, SH Rockinga, and they are boxing up as much as they can. I'm doing one run now, and I'm gonna do my best to get another one done before I leave to go to work. I might just do this, load up, and then I'll take a full box load with me to work, and then after I'm done with work, I'll go to storage because it's kind of close to work, so it works out. Did I say work like 3 times in a row? But it is a beautiful day. Glad that today is a beautiful day, and on Halloween it was the way it was. You know, we could have switched that in a heartbeat and been very, very in great shape. But I just want to share with you all that, you know, we are not giving up, and I you know, just say to any one of you out there that did get, you know, messed up by Halloween and the wind and the weather, you know, and you're not fed up, but you're just like, you know, whatever you want to, whatever the right word is, you know, beyond aggravated, just don't give up. You know what I'm saying? Not get through, just enjoy the holidays. You know what I'm saying? You got Thanksgiving coming up, you got Christmas and Hanukkah and Kwanzaa and all the holidays that come up, New Year's Eve, you know, Valentine's Day and St. Patrick's Day, you know, Easter. There's always something, right? Every month there's always something, but nothing honestly, to me anyway, and I'm sure to a lot of you, is as fun and as like you know, exciting as Halloween. You know, Thanksgiving's like just it's not just, you know, it's a holiday of relaxing and getting with, you know, being with families. You know, unfortunately for me, my holidays are always nuts because I have to deal with this custody crap of my kids going back and forth to their moms. It's nuts. So, you know, my holidays used to be really wonderful. Now they're just what they are. So I just make the best of it. You know, nothing's gonna stop me from enjoying my life. And I do have a really wonderful person in my life, Vanessa. So, you know, we always have fun with whatever we do. And her being involved and enjoying being a part of Monsta Kore, you know, like partner, pretty much would be the right word to say. It makes it more fun. You know, it's like, instead of having someone in your life that's against everything you do, like that's, you know, usually that's the mother that I had of my children. You know, she didn't like anything I did because she's just a, you know, just miserable person. You know, Vanessa completely backs up and is with everything, and she's into it in her own way too, and she puts her own twist on things, like the Ozzy Osbourne tribute band and dolling them up the way she did. She made this two custom candelabras with, you know, wax and stuff. Looked really awesome. And then, you know, dressing up the Rock and Reaper singer as Ozzy, you know, and plus a lot of other things that she's done, and uploading shorts and all kinds of content. So the graphics that she's done, so it really makes it fun. You know, going to Spirit Halloween, she loves going on road trips, and when we go to Spirit Halloween, it's a lot of fun, you know, for her and her daughter as well. So, you know, it's fun. So just keep that in mind, all right? Enjoy your life. Look at this beautiful day, right? What can we say? And look at the beautiful trees, all that foliage, orange and yellow and red, very little green left, right? The change of the seasons. Fall is very pretty. Fall is very beautiful, but, you know, it is also after Halloween, so it's like a little sad. But listen, we cleanse, we trim, we prune the hedges, right? The leaves fall off, and then we come back next year and branches grow. You know what that means? That means we all connect. All of us are connecting on media and you know, YouTube. You're all watching, and a lot of you leave comments, and trust me when I tell you, man, we're connected with you too. So just remember that we're all in this together. Okay, it's only fun because we do it together. If it was all by ourselves and nobody cared, it really wouldn't matter. But because there's so much interest in this, and there's so many people doing it, and even, you know, other YouTubers, the way they put their flavor and twist on things and their creativity, it's awesome, man. It really is. And we look forward to next year for hopefully flagship opens up at Spirit Halloween. That's gonna be incredible, you know, if it happens. And then, you know, we'll definitely meet you there, and we'll see, you know, if we do something special, which we're probably gonna. We might do a trunk or treat. All right, let me get to storage. Pause. I'm like going like so slow. I've never driven this slow in my entire life, but got a lot of merchandise on top of the truck, so it doesn't want to go into the highway. You want to? I'll tell you some funny story quick, which is not really funny. It's just like whatever you want to call it. When we first got Towering Ghost and Jack Skeleton, those boxes are so big, right? And at that time, I was storing the boxes and stuff in my mother's co-op when we were doing our hunt, because my mother moved in with me, and I was like, you know, her co-op's not doing anything, so I got to use it for storage. I can't live like this. So anyway, driving to Brooklyn over on the highway, I lost both the Jack box, the Jack Skeleton 13-foot box, and the Towering Ghost box. I don't know where the heck they went. If they went on the highway, oh my God, they were gone. I don't know if they flew off the Verrazano Bridge, but I'm telling you, I look back and I'm like, oh my God, they're gone. And John was like, Dad, what happened? I was like, I don't know, man. I don't even know. I don't even know where they went. You know, nobody beeped the horn or anything like that. So that was like funny, but it's like, what the deuce? Let me share one more thing before I get into storage. So today, Jonathan had a half a day because it's the change of the marking period and stuff like that, and there's parents and teachers conferences. He didn't want to go to school, you know, when he's with his mother. His mother is like, you know, why would you go to school when it's only half a day? I don't get it. I don't get why they do homework. Anyway, yeah, that's exactly how she is. So anyway, he has to get up really early every day because his mother, you know, chooses to drop him off to my house instead of, you know, letting him sleep over, and drops him off very early, like 6 o'clock. You know, if it's 6:30, that's still early, right? And then he sits around for almost an hour and a half, you know, maybe even 2 hours before I take him to school. And it's like, why don't you just let him stay with me, huh? I know I've said this in another video, but anyway, we were talking about this, right? And I was like, Jonathan, I was like, if you go to school on today, right, Thursday, you know, I'll pick you up for lunch. You don't go back to school, and then we get this stuff done. You know, we got to put this stuff away before, you know, the weather gets worse again, right? And he's like, you know, he's looking forward to staying home and not going to school because his mother, you know, like programmed him in his head, you don't have to go to school in half a days. So I, you know, thank God, you know, influenced him better and said to him as easy as I could say it, you know, let's make this day count. You know what I'm saying? We could make this day work. You know, you'll be with me from like almost 10 o'clock on, you know, and today I had to sleep a little bit extra, so I couldn't even wake up early and do what I wanted to do sooner because of overtime last night. But he went to school. He did what he was supposed to do, which is great. Got credit for being present, which is also important when you're in school, right? It counts towards your grade. And now he's doing stuff. So that's big. If he didn't go to school today, he'd still be sleeping probably because he's a late sleeper. He'll stay up all night, play Roblox, you know, game, watch YouTube, whatever. And whatchamacallit. The other time I went for the back. I wonder if I should go do that again. Anyway, let's do this. I'm gonna share this little excerpt with you too. Look at the weather, man. Right now it's what it is, and at 2 o'clock, and right now it's 1:17. The wind is gonna be blowing again. It's like, could you stop already? I just saying, for my own knowledge and experience, this is very important when you get these boxes, right? Usually the bottoms all get scratched up and, you know, whatever. Just go like that, like that, like that. Makes it so much easier, man. Boxes don't get more jacked up and parts don't fly out, and makes it so much easier to store. Hey, where did all the awesomeness go? Reaper's Ride, where did it go? Oh, it's over there. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. There we go. All right. You know what we forgot to do? There's like a couple legs that we didn't put in there. They were on the ground, so I gotta bring them back later. Try to remember to bring them so we don't forget to put parts in boxes, and then all of a sudden when we set them up, like, where's this part? What happened to this? This also is the most easiest animatronic to put back away. You want to know why? Because this box is made exactly for her size and her base. You have to take nothing apart. Abandon Annie. You are 100% hardcore. Pause. So this is awesome here. This bump will knock everything over on your cart, so you have to like do it really good. All the money that's paid for storage, they can't make it level. You gotta be kidding me. Like, I'm strong, I can lift a lot of things, but some people are not, and you have to like really have finesse. How's that song go? Loving an elevator. You don't want to hear me sing. I know you don't. Yes, you do. Loving it up and something down. That's how I feel right now. Going to the elevator, I'm like, the horrors of the co-op. The horrors of the co-op of doom, where you go into the elevator and everybody's yelling at you, and the old ladies are, what are you doing in here? The old man that didn't even let Jonathan go in the elevator, he's like squeezing in when we had no room. He's like, I'm going in, yeah, I don't care. Like, but my son has to come in here. I don't care. I'm like, what? I was like, you know what? You can go down with the animatronics, and I'll stay with my son. You know, it's good. The music isn't blasted in my head. Yes. Here we go. Imagine having this place as a haunt. This would be cool, right? Storage haunt. Setting up animatronics in each one of the storage bins. As you walk by, like, they jump scare you. That'd be cool. Went down the wrong way. Oh my God. The hauntress, ready? How's it go? How about this way? Uh-oh, better call Mako. I just walked around this entire place like 4 times, and I'm like, what? I passed my thing. I made this guy pull his stuff in, and I'm like, it was right here. Bro, this is ridiculous, man. There's no carts. There's like 4 carts to this whole place. There's 2 carts right in there. This door's locked. It's like, what is going on here, man? I'm gonna say something. There's no way I'm dealing with this. Paying what I paid for this. Right, so just had to pay a major bill, and I said something before. That's why I went mute. I shouldn't have said that. Well, I didn't. Not shouldn't have said it, but I said it because of everything that's going on. But it's deleted, so you know what I said. It was one of the letters of the alphabet. A letter of the alphabet bomb. Anyway, all right. So there's so many that I have to take right now, and I'm trying to like just take as many as I can. So I'm gonna fill up the truck one more time. I gotta get these big boys out of the way. Mega Wolf has to come, and there's a lot of boxes of Mega Wolf. Cthulhu Watch has to come, and these boxes are huge. There's so many boxes inside these boxes too, you know, and I don't even know which ones to take, but they all have to come. But little by little, I'll be definitely coming back again later on. All right, that's my load right now. I'm gonna take a bunch more, and I'm gonna put these guys in there. So let's do this. Look at the size of these boxes, man. Mega Wolf is humongous. Cthulhu Watcher is almost the same size as Mega Wolf, and yet Cthulhu Watcher isn't that big. Look at the size of the skelly eyes, skeleton. This one and the Immortal Werewolf are just as huge. So they take up a lot of real estate. And then there's this guy, Inferno. All right. We do not have the young he box either, which kind of stinks. Kind of wanted that, and we didn't get it. So, but whatever. We got a good discount, so you know I'm not going to complain. But I would have liked to have had that box. If anybody knows about of a box, please let us know. All right. So realistically, this is what has to come back. All these on the next run, which I could most likely put in one truckload. And that'll be a lot of boxes. And then all this, I'm gonna try to get in the truck right now, which I can come close to doing. So let's see if I got the skills. I couldn't fit in Mega Wolf. I had to turn it around. I'm sorry, not Mega Wolf. Cthulhu Watcher. Could not fit going long way, so I had to dump them off and come back down, go back down and come back up. That's the way it goes. Pause! Whoa, it's like a ride. Whoa, going down a tube. Whoa, whoa. That's the last full load for this trip. Oh, the Widow. What am I talking about? Let's go, Widow. I used to work for UPS when I was going to college. When I was, I think I was probably 18 or 19, and it was a terrible job. Terrible job. You had to wake up, you had to be at work at 4 in the morning, right? And you had to load trucks, load the UPS trucks, like they call it a preloader. And you'd have to work like a maniac on a conveyor belt for like 3 or 4 hours straight and load the truck. But I was awesome. I would load things like playing Tetris perfectly. I was the best and fastest loader. I know which way to go. I have to take a look at where all this stuff is. So, is it this way? It's this one. Is it this one? Huntress. Up. Look at all that awesomeness down there. Look at that. Yes. Here we come. What is this for? The blondie in the background. A heart attack. Something and something. Something I know. I don't know what I'm saying. Goes, ooh, right? We crashed again. All right, I gotta go. So what I'm doing is I'm leaving things be until I come back again later on, where I don't have to rush, and I'll pack them a lot better than that, because Reaper's Ride's box needs to be taped. I have a piece of wood from what's his name, Pennywise, what's his nuts, and I'll go on top of it, so it'll give it some more integrity, and I could put other boxes on top of it. So gotta do a little playing Tetris here, or what's the other game they called? Tetris and Arkanoid? No, Tetris. So I'll play Tetris when I come back later. All right, going back to the house. See you in a few. Pause! Do not ask me how I did this, because I don't even know how I did this, but I did it. I'm like the UPS guy from Mad TV. I gotta go. Come on, over here, over there. I'm chewing gum. I forgot. I can't crack my gum. it just fits this Galley Crow box because we didn't have the Galley Crow last year. I'm gonna say the Galley Crow box is the bigger box than any box. Hope no one's in front of me. I'm trying to get the boxes too that are all outside on the ground and even still standing up like Death Ray and the Costco Alien, because we need to get them out of harm's way. So, and this guy too, man. This guy John had set up, but he set him up like where he had no extra, like an extra pole on him, or at least 2. And he made him great. He extended him, made him instead of 8 foot, I think it was 10 foot. And he looked awesome, it worked. But the only thing is there's no chance that it would last in the wind, and especially the wind that we had. So I better go in there before they close the door on me. Stop closing the door on me. My God. My God. Convenience? Convenience? Does anybody know what, could you tell me what that means? Convenience? Convene? I could definitely use some convenience. Well, how convenient. Let's see if I can fit under here. Let's see. I gotta do a limbo like back Ben Bonnie. Oh, this ain't making it through. Watch, they're gonna close the door on me again. They're like, Can he make it? Can he make it? Holy God. How did that happen? Look at that. No clearance. They should put clearance, like when you go under an overpass, and when you're a truck, like only 12-foot clearance. All right, I gotta get going here. So that's my word also. I'm loading this up as quick as I can. I'm gonna take a look at the clouds because they're beautiful. As long as it doesn't rain, which I don't think it's gonna rain anymore. Load this sucker up. I don't know if I'm gonna fit this all, but I'm definitely using the entire truck. I'm gonna definitely use the gate's gonna stay down. I'm gonna try and stick as many as possible inside. The smallest ones, and get back to the casa and get ready for wake. So, hooyah, hooyah, bing, bing, pause. All right, so I'm on my way home. All the kids are getting out of school now too. I'm not taking the highway because I have so many boxes. So this is definitely for the best. It's not funny, but there's like a word. I'll be driving this road later on tonight. Hopefully on overtime. Could definitely use the extra money, that's for sure. We all could. Oh, my friends. What's up, friends? You know what's cool too? That about SH Rockinga, Vanessa? She like knows a lot of these animatronics. You know, you're not, if you don't know these things, then you know, you're really not into this and you really don't really understand, you know, what this is about. But when you know animatronics, you know you're cool, right? I mean, when little kids come up to me and they start telling me, "Oh, that's Raven, Lord Raven. What's wrong with Shorty? What's wrong with Crouchy?" I'm like, you know these guys' names? I was like, and they're like kids, like not even kids, they're young babies, like 3 years old, 4 years old, and they know the names of these animatronics. Excuse me, I had something in my mouth. That to me really like gets me. It gets me like right in the heart. It's like I mean, some of these things are very creepy. You know, they're all gory. You know, not gory, but they all have, you know, blood and fangs and you know, teeth, and you know, they're all what they are. You know, they're like, you know, they're you know, whatever they are, whatever you want to call them. But when kids are so fascinated, I gotta choke. Okay, I gotta drink some water. When young kids are so fascinated by this, that's the reason why I like this. As my boys, this is the reason. This is like one of the reasons that keeps me going in this. You know, aside from of course my kids. You know, my kids and you know, Vanessa and stuff like that. And you know, it's fun. You know, it's fun. It is fun. It's exciting. But to know the names of these things, to know the names of them, and even where they come from, you know, Spirit Halloween, Party City, Home Depot, and all that stuff. Even the year, if you know the years when they're out, you really know what you're talking about. That's a cool thing. Just sharing that with you. If you know, you know. I made it home. Nothing fell out. Got a really big load right now. Full to the brim. Well, full to the rim with a brim, right? Anybody still drink brim coffee? see the wind is still blowing. Jonathan is inside playing Roblox, and I have to go to work. But let's see what he can get accomplished while I go to work, and see if we can get a lot of this awesomeness safe and sound in storage, which we will. All right, everybody, I'm gonna end that video. Got to get ready, go to wake. But thank you for watching. Definitely keep in touch, leave comments, all that good stuff. You know how we do. You leave a comment whenever I have the chance and go through the comments and answer them. I always make sure that I subscribe from like all of our channels. My Monsta Kore channels, Monsta Kore Racing, Monsta Kore Arcade, RC Monsta Kore. Those are 3 other channels that we have that we're gonna start doing, you know, once we get to Halloween, once we get the haunt down. Of course, we're gonna be posting videos on Monsta Kore, but those other channels are waiting for us to enjoy again, because we're into arcades and pinball machines. We're into RC monster trucks, and of course, you know, going to monster truck shows. So all that is gonna, you know, little by little happen. But right now, the main thing is Monsta Kore. And then, of course, Jack's Gaming World. He's starting to post videos. So definitely subscribe to him when you see him subscribe to you. And he leaves you a comment. He's got the little smiley face right now. He does have a logo, which I have to change, which I'm going to do when I have a little time. I have no time right now. But Vanessa made a really cool logo. And he was supposed to get stickers, but something happened with our sticker guy, his daughter or something like that. So we got to keep that guy's family in his prayers. GS Graphics, I think it's called, off of Instagram. Haven't really contacted him in a while, so we'll see what's going on in the future. But we're definitely making stickers again, and definitely Jax will have stickers for Christmas. And leave some comments too about Jonathan. Tell him, man, yo, we need to see you on video, bro. We need to see you do some video, and when we're allowed to do live video streams again, we will. Hopefully that we get allowed to do that again, because Jax went on the video by mistake, and he was like on the other side. But when you're on the other side and you're a little kid and you don't have a parent with you, you know, it's like a strike. I don't know what happened. They suspended our live. We couldn't even go live on Halloween, like it mattered anyway. But that's the perils of YouTube. All right, everybody, gotta go to wake. You know, I'm gonna do, because we need the blessing. We're gonna let this run to 3316. 3316. See the truck again bombed out. Big boxes today, man. Cthulhu Watch is going to be gone. Galley Crow's coming down. Not today, probably tomorrow. Oh, my brakes came. Yes, thank you, Lord. That's what I need to see right there. That is huge. My brakes, my what are they called? My rotors and my brake pads. Let's go. Get this truck back together again. Tomorrow, dropping it off to the mechanic. All right, getting to that 3316. You know what 316 means? It means God is on your side. You could read it, look it up in the Bible, what exactly it means. For soul, God, you know, something. That's my name. That's where I'm named after, John the Baptist. John 3:16. All right, here we go. Count it down. 3, 2, 1.